The Chicago Sky are up by 17 points at the half over the Dallas Wings right now. The Sky playing an extremely good brand of team basketball. We're going to talk about it all and more, break it down as only we can do right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, HAIZE.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We in the building today, man. Yeah, the Sky are playing excellently right now. We got Steve-O in the building. What's going on, Steve-O?
How the hell you be here?
Listen, man. Listen, it is what it is.
Hey. We whooping that ass.
Hey, bro,
that's what I like to see.
Hold on. What I need everybody to do, the same people who were saying Marina Mabry was terrible and she needed to be off the team and didn't think that she impacted winning well and all that. Listen, Kennedy Carter's playing amazing. She deserves to be the story of this first half. We're going to get into it, but I need y'all to realize that when me and Steve-O are telling you that this woman plays good basketball and she was just in a slump, I need the same one of y'all who were in the comment section being loud in your feelings, calling her names, calling her whatever, and realize, as we told you and went over the stats and the numbers, the Sky are a better basketball team when she's on the court.
That's just a fact. Even though she was getting on my nerve with a couple
she was
of
getting on my nerves with the way she was scoring. And we never denied the fact that she was shooting the ball like absolute cheeks. But some of y'all are so casual that if somebody's not shooting the ball correctly, you don't notice the other things she's doing in the game. Marina Mabry's always been doing other things well. She just was not shooting the ball well.
Because I was about to say, I was explaining to somebody, I said, I don't think people realize the value of just having the threat of her shooting out there, even if she's not making it, because that's causes spacing. I told you, if we take her out the game and they gave us a lineup of Lindsay, Kennedy, and Diamond, I was like, they're just gonna collapse the paint. That's all they're gonna do, and then they're not gonna respect. So we're gonna have to shoot ourselves out. And with that lineup, that ain't working. So like, it is what it is. Like when players like that, the way they play, they're streaky. They hot and cold. But to say that she was trash, people talking about we should be looking for a trade. I'm like, y'all, we shouldn't be looking for no trade. We definitely shouldn't be looking for no trade right now.
That's facts. But let's talk about the person who deserves to be the story right now. There's a lot, because let's not over. Angel Reese already with 11 rebounds in the first half of the game. We'll get into that in a second, too. Hollywood Carter. That's her official new nickname here with the Chicago Sky. Hollywood. They picked it. Hollywood Carter. I love it. Kennedy Carter, 7 of 7. No other stats, no assists, no rebounds, because guess what? That's not her role. That's why Lindsay Allen and Marina Mabry are out there to keep the ball moving around. And Angel, listen, 2 plays of using Angel Reese as a point forward, and they both ended up in baskets, not for her, but for the person she passed it to. We need to talk about that in a second as well. But Kennedy Carter in this game, bro, how you feeling about Kennedy, man?
Man, she just came in and doing what Kennedy do. She ain't missed a shot. She's 7 for 7, 15 points. She's doing what she's doing. Like, there's no reason why, especially against the lineup, the depleted team against the Dallas team, we going to Gibson. She should be the main factor. She should be the main, especially, and I got to get credit to, because we're going to get into it, Coach Spoon. She really, this is probably one of her best, like, she realizing
out of this game today.
Yeah, bro, because it's like, the first time I was like, all right, you see they got 3-6-6 motherfuckers. We can't play like we used to. That's when we start seeing Angel be at the top of that thing playing pull forward. We start seeing Kennedy start playing off ball. That's when she picked up that and one jump shot. Like, she just doing what she got to do. There's nobody, I've said it and I'm stamping it. Kennedy is probably a top 5 guard in this league. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. You can't guard her.
She was drafted 4th overall, and that doesn't always mean, especially not in the WNBA, that you're going to turn into a star or anything. But I think people forget Kennedy isn't done developing. She's just not. And
she's 25.
What she's showing here today is like, y'all got to remember, she is like, because everybody likes to think of timelines of players got to be the exact same age. I like the timeline. You got Kennedy Carter, who's 25 years old, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso. This is 3 players, not to knock Marina Mabry or anybody else, but like, those are 3 players that are still extremely young, still have tons of room to grow and develop. The future of the Sky is bright. And with Kennedy playing like this way, when Kennedy's able to focus on just what she does well, man, she's amazing when it comes down to
Yeah,
it.
and Lindsay, like I've been telling people, this is why I've been wanting Lindsay in the starting line. The game just flows better when she's in it.
Yeah.
She's a pass first point guard. When she knows the right reads to, and that's the most important thing. She knows the right reads. She knows, okay, I'm trying to do a lot of pick and roll, which I like that we're doing today. We're doing a lot of pick and roll with our bigs, but she's not making that pass when they ain't open. Like sometimes to the degree, even with Kennedy, sometimes they just force it in. She's like, nah, I just be patient. And then because I know my patience, I can get a layup out of this, which she did coming out twice. So she doing what she has to do. And I just like everything. And even then, like even with your main players, like with Angel starting off, I know if I'll be like, she ain't scoring. I'm like, she trying to get used to these dragons that they just put in front of her. Like they put in 3-6-6 people. Not even that. They were in a lineup with Monique Billings, who's at the was at the like 3 or 4. She's 6'4", but Stephanie out there who's 6'6", alongside with Tierra. At first, we had her out, Camilla out there with Izzy. That wasn't working. We put Izzy at that 3, put Angel back in the game. They start running that point forward with Kennedy. Rolling to the basket, made the pass. I'm like, you're learning, coach. You're learning. You're learning.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of adjustments you got to see. And it was quick. She didn't think about it. It was fast. She seen it didn't work. All it took was one foul. She made that rotation switch. She made the coaching adjustment. And ever since then, we took off.
Yeah, and you're noticing Camila Cardoso as well as adjusting to the physicality and learning how to use her length at the WNBA. We know she knew how to do it in college, but you're facing taller and longer players every single day than what you did in college usually. So, like Camilla's adjusting as well. Still 2 personal fouls so far. That's going to come down, but the thing that's going to separate this Sky team is the luxury that we have of having Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso out there together. 18 rebounds just for those two. Guess how many total rebounds the Wings have? 17.
7. So I thought I was say 17.
17. So just Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso alone are out rebounding the Dallas Wings right now. It's I'm telling you, like now that we're actually running the offense, I love that Steve-O pointed out, you're seeing more pick and roll in this game. Again, we know that we don't have some of the advanced actions because we're still figuring our offense out, but getting some simple pick and roll, using Angel Reese at that elbow to open up because that's taking a big out of the paint, which is giving Camilla more room to operate. She made that lob pass perfectly placed to Camilla. Camilla took a second to fill it out, but got physical, used her body, and made a bucket. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to lie to you. That first one, I was like, dang, that's not going to go in, but it went in. So I know she's 2 for 6 right now. The efficiency is going to come, but I love how they're adapting. And
yeah, I think somebody's working.
Well.
I think one thing some people's working with both Angel and both of them, they got a bad tendency of dribbling first. Just go up. And you've seen a lot of more of that, especially with Camilla. Camilla, like, because a lot of times when she do that dribbles, she sinks under the rim. And that knocks her out of position, especially if you got 6'6" on you, you ain't going to be able to recover. So instead of that, she put a shoulder in, moved her out the way, did what she had to do. And that's a grown woman move right there. Grown woman move.
That's a fact. Not much to sing about from the bench. They only 4 total points off the bench. 2 from Michaela Oniwerde and 2 from Dana Evans. We still, yeah. I mean, yeah. Listen, we play some solid defense in that, and that's not going to always show up in the stat sheet, right? The correct way. But even then, I love how Coach Spoon saw the lead starting to go down and immediately called a timeout and made an adjustment. That's, again, we got to talk. If we're going to talk about developing as well, we got to talk about the development of our rookie head coach. She's also finally starting to show some of that growth and development. I don't know what they did over this time. Me and Steve-O talked about it after the last game. Use this long break to start adjusting, get some new actions, get some new things added to your offense. And at least so far in the first half of this game, it looks like they've done that.
Hey, like I said, I've been saying, like, if we see it at home, I know y'all see it. Y'all going over every day. So, like you said, this was like their first game in 4 days. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they got some practice in. You see a lot of, you could tell they practiced a lot of that pick and roll because even Camilla herself is running the pick and rolls completely different. It's not like a straight line. It's like almost an angle. She's patient with it. Like I think a lot of the times, especially when Dana used to run it, you almost got to be on the same speed. So either Dana would be too fast or Camilla would be too fast. So either the pass is late or it's too early. You could tell, like I said, with Lindsay being the vet she is, she paying attention to the speed of who's the road man being, whether it's Angel or Camilla, and she's making the right reads from that. And that's opening up. And like you said, that's bringing a center out the hole, which we need, especially if they're going to keep running that humongous ass lineup.
Listen, Tierra McNown has no business being as big as she is, bro. Like, there's just none, bro. Like,
and she played completely out of character. She done took Camilla off dribble like 4 times today. I'm like, that ain't even your game, but it's smart. Can't even lie.
You know what it is that she Tierra also got to realize, like, this is probably one of the few times she's playing somebody that's almost the same size as her. So she's like, all right, like, I can't just body you up like I do everybody else. let me get in my guard bag a little bit, right? Like, so
even with Stephanie, like, Stephanie don't want that smoke down low. I see it. She plays because they're really playing her in that Satu spot.
Yeah,
and they playing Monique in that 4, so she really playing like a big ass 3. I'm like, you at 6'6" playing a 3? Are you a softie?
Stephanie Soares too. Again, you know, I've been trying not to knock anybody else, but I'm always going to be fair here. But make no mistake about it, I always got smoke for low budget Charlotte Flair. So when we do face the Mercury, I got smoke for her all the time. But Stephanie Soares is playing like somebody who's like, when she knows she has the physical advantages, she's a much more aggressive player. Yep. You're coming up against Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and you're seeing Stephanie Soares now be like, okay. She has no finesse to her game. It's just she's strong. That's it.
Yeah.
So
can't just be strong in the league with everybody catching up to you in height.
Exactly. Especially now with that side ponytail. Get your life together, girl. But
hey, I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for Morgan Birch. Did you hear like her whole little story this week? So you know they picked her up on a hardship.
Yeah, the hardship
she
contract.
She
got the playbook yesterday.
Last night.
Yeah.
It said, hey, nice to meet you. Here's the playbook. And you can tell she ain't learned shit. She got like 3 fouls today. She out of sorts. It's like, I feel bad. Why they put you in the... Usually people wait at games to get you adjusted. They put her in the fire.
Well, the thing is, I get it. They gave her the playbook the night of the Kendrick Lamar concert. She wasn't, she wasn't watching. She didn't look at that playbook. She was watching the pop-up show with friends, bro. That's all.
But so you know damn well Morgan Birch didn't. She don't know what Compton.
She
don't know what Compton is.
It always be the ones that you don't expect. I guarantee you, Morgan Birch was sea walking in the hotel room last night. I have no doubt about it.
Hey, if somebody got the footage, drop it because that would break the internet. Seeing Morgan Birch sea walking, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then they just kicked his ass right off. But let me check. Is the game back on? The game about to get on. Before we get off, I am gonna run the stats real quick before we get off real quick. So Angel Reese with 6 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 for 6 from the field. Camila Cardoso 5.7 rebounds. Lindsay Allen 2 points, 3 assists. Kennedy Carter 15 points, 7 for 7. Marina Mayberry 10 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 4 for 8. And Izzy with 2 assists, and Michaela with 2 points, and Dana Evan with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
I don't know what happened, but yeah,
you got Big Kev. That's what you got.
My internet will never be as bad as Big Kev's. Big Kev's internet, bro. I don't even know. Big Kev's stuff worked like he still got dial-up internet, bro. It'd be crazy.
He got that Taco Bell Wi-Fi. That's all. That's all.
Looking at it in the second half, bro. Before we get up out of here, what are your biggest concerns? I know with the Sky being up 17 points, it's easy just to talk about the things they've done good. But what are some things that you want to make sure they stay doing so that we can keep this lead in the second half?
I think my biggest concern is she realized was working so much that she's not willing to. Like, she's gonna ride the wave as much as possible instead of like putting Izzy in the game at times, putting Dana back in the game at the right times, putting Michaela, even Diamond the Shields back in the game at times. That's my whole thing. Like, that's just been the last common things. Like, she don't there's times where players not even playing terrible, they might make a mistake and you just don't put them back in the game, or said players not getting enough minutes. That's my only thing. But the game back on.
Yeah, we'll be back here post game show. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. Let's go get this dub, y'all.